Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another showcase. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Daedric Plate alternate armor set. So, to start this quest on how to get it, you need to be in Whiterun. So you need to head over to Dragonbridge. And you need to head into the dungeon. Now I know you can go outside and through the dungeon that way. Just prefer this way. So I think oh, here it is. There we go. So you want to read this. So let's read this. The bounty for Edward, one of the Crimson Dirks, had been up for about a year. Pretty much every Jarl had a price on his head, but only one of them had to pay it. It was a big deal at the time, but to be honest, I'd forgotten all about it. But then last Sundas, this Khajiit starts barking at the gate about wanting to speak to the captain. He says he's been after Edward since the moons themselves were suckling babes. Nice. I told him to head over to the cemetery in Falkreath. He'll find the bastard dead in the ground where the worms feed. I wasn't sure if it was disbelief or disappointment on his face when I broke the news. I wonder if it has to do with the story in the book. If so, I can't imagine how far he's traveled to get here. But ever since I lost my small fingers, I haven't been one to count. And that starts on the grave.
There's been talk amongst the gods that you are.
Oh my goodness. So now we need to go all the way over to Falkreath. Why not? It's gonna be a pretty easy thing and everything. So I'm gonna actually go. And now we just got to hush. All right, Khajiit finally got a lead on Edward. It seems he and his bandit friends fled north to Skyrim. But when he spoke to the guard captain, he tells Khajiit the bounty on Edward and has already been claimed. A ripe old adventurer showed up to the barracks on a horse, dragging the Breton corpse up behind him. They tell Khajiit the body is buried at the far end of the cemetery in Falkreath. Khajiit will take a shovel and dig him up. After all, there are ways to die and be dead. Khajiit had heard of potions that mimic death, slowing the heart to barely beat. If so, then Edward might still be out there. To that end, this one has heard rumors of a bandit wearing Daedric plate, plying his blood trade at Knife Point Ridge. Originally, Khajiit did not think Edward the type to live in an abandoned mine, but now he is not so sure. Edward may have fooled the guard, but Khajiit won't believe he is truly dead until he sees it with his own eyes. No rip. And this is a letter from Erwin. Dear brother, are you well? I heard this terrible rumor that you died. You always said I'd be the one to kill you. That wasn't very nice of you to break a promise to your only sister. Unless there's another sister you didn't tell me about. So now you're not only dead, but you're a liar too. Anyways, I know you love to read, so I'll keep this short. I love it. Let me know if you're not dead, so I can come over and hug you with my knife. Oof. Oof. So now we gotta go all the way over here. Easy. There will be bandits here. I did a video on this location twice. Oh shit. Hi. Fuck. Oh my god, he's tanky as fuck. He's tanky as all hell. Get him. Good God. You know, I might as well just... Go kill Lydia. Oh my God.
Someone there?
Come here.
You won't leave here alone. You won't get the best of me.
Get her, Lydia. Or get him. Get her, get him, whatever. Alright, now you can clear this place out if you want to. I'm not going to. So this piece of Daedric plate armor is actually enchanted. So let's read this note. I first met the Breton at Dead Man's Drink. Said it was poetic given what was inside his bottle of wine. I ain't much for poetry myself. I wanted to know what it paid. And pay it did. I would have been okay with just gold. But he insisted I take his armor too. Not sure why he'd want to give up something so valuable, but he said it would help sell the story. A dead man has no need for protection. I could have reminded him that he wasn't really dying, but you know what they say about a fool and his gold. So we shook hands, and he downed the drink. The next morning, I rode into town with him as my bounty, and sure enough, they buried him in the cemetery, just like he said they would. Back at the inn, I asked him if he needed me to dig him up. He said he didn't have to. Someone else would. And then, this is increased fire resistance. Apparently I can't speak. Increased fire resistance by 50%. Created potions are 20% more powerful. Illusion spells are 20% stronger, and then increases your health by 50 points. Very good if you are like an alchemy type character, illusion type character that deals in alchemy and everything like that. I think you can. I don't know if you can. Man, God, this is a fucking good armor set. Jesus. There we go. All right, so now that I got a perfectly good screenshot, there we go. And there it is, boys and girls. Now, there it is. The Daedric plate armor set. So yeah, if you did enjoy this episode and you want to see more, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm going to do the silver armor and redo the silver armor set and get the and redo the alternate leather armor set as well, because I know those two in particular are very much. I think, what else do I have to do? I know I did the dragon bone armor. I did, or the alternate dragon bone armor. I did the Daedric mail. Did I? Oh, and I did the Divine Crusader armor set. I got a lot of comments about that because apparently people have been having issues getting it to work. I honestly can't help you. I'm no expert. If you can't get it to work, then obviously something in your game is bugging it out and everything. Because, and look, I have told people before in the comment sections, like, look, first of all, one, if you start stealing stuff, if you don't know the lore of the Divine Crusader, because Pelennor Whitestrig was pure of heart and hated elves and didn't steal anything, because it is technically a paladin armor set, if you start stealing, the armor will be cursed, and so you have to go around in a pilgrimage. One of the shrines is actually right here at Falkreath. It is the Akatosh shrine. You have to go around and you have to find each of the shrines, much like in Oblivion, where if you did any, unsanctioned deed or basically stole stuff or did any crime, the armor would basically just not work and it'll curse itself. And that's how it worked in Oblivion. And then you had to repeat if every time you did that, so you couldn't be a thief, right, if you were role-playing or whatever. But basically, if you're familiar with the Oblivion system, that's what they did in Skyrim as well. So once they added the Divine Crusader armor set, because there are technically shrines throughout Skyrim, you don't just have to do, and no, before you ask, no, going to the Temple of the Divines in Solitude will not break the curse. You actually have to go on a pilgrimage in order to and pray to each shrine around Skyrim in order to break the curse. You can't just cheese it and go to the Temple of the Divines. It doesn't work like that, much like Oblivion. So I like that concept, and as a result, I like that Bethesda actually thought of that. Glory, hallelujah. Bethesda actually thinks of something. Anyways, I'm going to end the episode here. But if you're curious about any of my other videos that I've done on Creation Club, we'll leave a link or somewhere up here or over here of my whole entire playlist on the Creation Club sets that I have done so far. I've done the Bow of Shadows, Ruin's Edge, Nerve Shatter, all that fun stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.